Hello. So in this video, we are going to run through a case study and a client of mine in the home renovation space. We had launched this campaign, I believe it was on March 1st. He told me he had minimal ad spend, so he didn't have a lot of ad spend to deploy to actually acquire these appointments and scale his sales process. And the thing about home renovation, why we love these types of clients, is because their average order value on their customers is extremely high. So what that means is if I go get my bathroom renovated, I'm not spending less than $20,000 to get my bathroom renovated. Or if I get my, basement renovated, kitchen renovated, it doesn't really matter. The idea is that it's a high ticket sale where it's just it's a larger amount that the person needs to pay, right? And that's why we like working with these types of niches because we're able to actually scale their appointment strategy, qualify that appointment, and make it a more holistic in-person appointment for the home renovation client to show up. Okay, so this we're gonna walk through Rohan here at Profile Cabinetry. So we launched him on March 1st. Today's date is March 18th. And so basically what we've set up is appointment tracking on using Facebook advertising. So what we do is we source out Facebook groups for homeowners and also people who recently, moved on Facebook. We'll go ahead and we'll target those people. And then we're going to want to make sure that we're booking appointments with them via Calendly and that they're going through the appropriate drip sequence, the appropriate nurture sequence, so that they show up for the appointment and they're high quality. They fill out an assessment form right before and all that. So we'll go through all that in a minute. But so this would be, March 1st. This would be the results from March 1st. One booked call, $23 Canadian. So that's CAD spent for that one booked call, right? Next day spent $24, nothing booked, right? That's okay. You're gonna have good days, bad days, okay? Following day, we're looking at March 3rd, two appointments booked, $25 spent total. Okay, so now this day, instead of averaging $23 per appointment before, it now was averaging $12, $12.50 per appointment because we got two booked calls on March 3rd for $25, almost $26, okay? Next day, average the same amount, so two booked calls, okay? Now these are for people looking for renovations. So these are people looking for bathroom renovations, kitchen renovations, basement renovations, any kind of renovation, right? And the idea is that we're running ads on behalf of our client, Profile Cabinetry. They do renovation services in Ontario, and we're booking Profile Cabinetry these calls, right, with consumers who are looking, for these home renovations. And so, and it's not just you're collecting their name, number, and email. This is them committing to a physical in-person meeting at the location so you can properly quote the project. Despite COVID and all that, still these are all in-person meetings, and Chris and Rohan, they've been absolutely killing it when it comes to the close rates and whatnot, right? The idea is that these are high ticket, even if they close one of the 11 appointments. So far we've generated about 11 appointments, right? On this campaign, and it's about 18 days in. And so we're spending just a little bit so that Facebook's, the data can start to learn a lot more. Once we learn a lot, once the custom conversion is optimized and we have a big enough audience pool and the customer, Rohan, closes, a couple deals, he's going to be willing to scale that ad spend, right? And that's what we're in the stage of doing because they are closing 3 or 4 of those deals already. And so that's a lot of money to earn, right? So you spend, a total of $400 Canadian over the last 18 days, okay? And you generate 11 appointments, qualified booked appointments, okay? And these are not just over the phone or Zoom. These are physical home renovation, analysis, where the renovation company is supposed to show up at the residential home and analyze the project and provide them a quote on the spot to determine whether or not they're going to proceed with the project. And so so yeah, so let's get into the ads a little bit, right? So let's look at the first one here. Okay, so this is our ad set, right? And when the way we run ads is using campaign budget optimization. We focus on, creative that stands out from a branding perspective. And then you can see that here. We also focus on long form copy. So within our ads here, I'll just zoom in here. We have long form copy, as well as, hold on one second here. Gotta zoom back out. Oops. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we basically have long form copy, as well as a really good creative that shows the brand, but also goes ahead and shows what the end result looks like, right? So getting 25% off your next home renovation, and so we have different, ad types, Instagram stories, Facebook, Instagram, all these different placements, as well as multiple different targeting strategies. And then what we do is we run that with $5 a day, $5 to $10 a day on ads. Okay, and then we drive appointments. Okay, and so the place in which we're actually driving these consumers is right here, right? So here's the actual landing page. So our team created this landing page so that, when Chris gets a booking, Rohan gets a booking, they come here and they simply just schedule it in, right? And he has his case studies, Google reviews here, right? So they just come in, they schedule the appointment, they pick a date and a time that works for them, and then they fill out the little form here, schedule the event, and then afterwards go through an email sequence and an SMS sequence designed to further qualify the lead and make sure that they're going to show up and RSVP, right? And so that's the idea. So he's booked 11 appointments so far. He already has 4 deals that are about to close. So I believe 2 already closed, and then he has a 4 total that he told me on the phone the other day that were amazing. Yeah, but the idea is that he also logs into his account with Variance, right? So he's able to see his funnel directly. We give him his login. He's able to come in here. He's able to build out his funnel, add more funnels. The idea is that he's able to go in, check on his reporting. So this is Rohan's account, right? So he's able to come in, see his actual Facebook reporting live from our dashboard. So this is awesome. And then he's also able to join our customer community. So if you click there, you're able to join our community. And so all of our clients get access to this group where they're able to, go ahead and join and basically learn about marketing and become a part of our community. But yeah, but the idea is that all these things are tracked properly for him to take a look at. So his Google reviews, his scheduler, his appointment report, his opportunities, his dashboard. It's all in there, and as well as the Facebook ads, the demographics around those ads, every single piece of data that could potentially matter for the sake of his campaign, alongside just seeing his calendar start to fill up with appointments. Keep in mind, the first month is not the month that brings in the most appointments. Usually, after 30 to 60 days of running something like this, you start to drive a lot more appointments. It's called scaling the strategy. If you look at the ads that are actually live right now, we're still only spending a very minimal amount, which is $20 a day. That's not a lot at all for this niche, because even if he closes 1 deal, which he already has 2 that are closed, those order values are at least 15 to 20 to 30 to 40, so upwards. I've seen even higher, renovation costs, right? So the idea is that, this is a really, really viable strategy. Okay, we highly recommend you deploy this if you're in the home renovation niche. You'll see that, and here's the thing: when it comes down to it, this is not the only thing that we're deploying for this client. This is one avenue. We have Google Ads, Facebook Ads, LinkedIn Outreach, and a few other things such as cold emailing to get commercial projects. But the idea is that you have to understand it all comes down to, what's the cost per acquisition for my client. So if it's costing me, let's just say, according to Facebook, $35 per appointment, which is really not much with this campaign. So that's the one where we booked 10 appointments. And then this is a retargeting campaign. And so my retargeting campaign booked me 1 appointment with $50 an appointment, right? So let's just look at this campaign. We just booked the most website schedules, which was 10 appointments. $35 per appointment is what I'm averaging, Canadian, okay? So let's just say that I spent $1,000 in a month. So if I drop $1,000 and I'm spending, let's just say 30, let's round it up to 36. Okay, $36. Okay, I have $1,000. Okay, and I am averaging $36 per website schedule. So That means that if I spend $1,000, I'm going to average 28 appointments, okay, for the month, right? Let's just say he spends $1,000 in ad spend. He hasn't spent nearly as much. He spent 400, but let's just say he spends 1,000, right? Um, he goes ahead and sees a cost per appointment of, let's just say, 36. And usually after we optimize the campaign, that cost per appointment in terms of ad spend actually goes down. But let's just say it stays at 36, which is what you're seeing here per website schedule, right? So $1,000 per month divided by the cost per schedule, you're looking at 28 appointments. Let's just say he has a 30% close rate on the 28 appointments. And remember, these are physical appointments. You're showing up to these appointments in person, giving them a physical quote. They're highly qualified. They go through a show up sequence. So they go through an SMS and email sequence to RSVP. So extremely quality. They go through a nurture sequence. They see before and after projects, renovation projects that you guys have done. They see case studies, all that. And then they're able to make their decision by the time your salesperson shows up and quotes them on the spot. And the idea is that you have 30% close rate of the 28 appointments that month. And you're looking at 8 closed deals. Okay. Let's just say the average, we'll be very conservative here. Average home renovation deals are like $50,000, $40,000 projects. I've seen way higher. But let's just say that your average renovation deal is only $15,000, right? Or $20,000, right? Let's just go with $15,000, right? So $15,000 per renovation project, and we just said that we're going to close 8 of them because we have a 30% close rate. That's 120K. So you may, since the average renovation project we're saying here is $15,000, and we said that we had a 30% close rate, and we have 28 appointments, and we're closing 30% of those appointments, that means we're closing 8 people. And 8 people, it's multiplied by the average cost per project being 15,000 that we're making per project. That's 120K that you made on this, $1,000 in ad spend, right? Plus our fees, obviously, but the idea is that it's still minuscule relative to the amount you're making, right? And these are very conservative assumptions, as you probably know, because we're all well aware that you can have renovation projects at $25,000 per average project, right? Bumping your ROI in the first 30 days to a lot more. This being $200,000 in earned revenue. You're booking appointments for $35. These are physical appointments. Average 30% of the time you're going to walk out with a check. It's a no-brainer. So, I mean, it just comes down to you understanding your numbers, you understanding your workflow, working with a team that makes sense to work with, and really just driving in appointments. Because when it comes to the home renovation niche, you simply just need you just need to look good online, have direct response ad copy, have a really good targeting strategy, which is the most important thing. And we target by sourcing out Facebook groups. So we'll go here. We'll go to facebook.com. And then we'll go ahead and search up, groups. Okay. So look, we go here, we search up groups, and we see a bunch of groups for Ontario homeowners for Queens, houses for sale, first time home buyer, right? Ontario off-market properties, right? Houses for sale, 3,000 members, 10,000 members, 42,000 members, 36,000 members, right? All of these members, right? So what we do is we harvest all these members from these Facebook groups, and we go ahead and we deploy ads at these people to book appointments, okay? On top of running, additional interest and demographic-based targeting, in the back end. And then we use campaign budget optimization across both ad sets to see which ones perform the best. But the idea is that you can see 11 booked appointments total, appointments every other day. This campaign is just ramping up, so it's only been about 17 days here, and we're just getting started. He's already closed 2 deals. He's got 4 in the pipeline that are really, really close to signing. So look, it just comes down to your close rate, but the qualification of these appointments is extremely high because this is not just someone coming in and looking for a quick phone number, email, name thing, and looking for a callback or something like that. It's a scheduled appointment, physical appointment, in person. Their address is provided. You are to show up and quote the project and walk out with a check signed. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. That is how you go ahead and get your renovation projects, um, fill your pipeline with renovation projects, and scale your business as a home renovation business. And yeah, if you are interested in potentially working with me and my team to set this process up for you, we would love to do it. We're really good at it. We've done it a lot for these types of clients. I'm just speaking about Rohan's project, but as you can see, I've gone ahead and hit in a bunch of the rows here for the other home renovation ones. So the idea is that there's a lot more of these, and I just want to make it clear that we are taking on new clients right now. We are helping lots of these home renovation businesses. So look, it's very easy for us to do this. If you want to, scale your home renovation business, take it to another level, and take all the guessing out of the process, just leave it up to us. We'll just go ahead and take care of you, make sure your pipeline's full, make sure you're scaling, make sure your revenue's coming in, make sure you're making sales. We also work with you on your close rates. We do some consulting. But yeah, lead gen, this would be, you don't need leads, you need sales appointments, and you need to quote the projects in person, and I would love to help you set that up. So go ahead and potentially book a call using the link below, or speak to one of my sales reps. Go to variancemarketing.com. But yeah, the idea is that this is a system that works. We are deploying for lots of people. If you want to help scale your home renovation business today, just go ahead and book a call, and let's help you hit your goals this year, because even during COVID, this stuff's working like a charm. So it's just a matter of whether or not you're looking to try something new that actually works with a team that has done it before. Okay? So thanks so much for watching, and have a good one. Bye-bye.